From the KBIA Newsroom in Columbia, I'm Trevor Grandin. The average amount of credit card debt carried by Missourians is just over $4,000, according to the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank. The Fed also reports an increase in credit card delinquency rates in Missouri. That's when a cardholder is more than 30 days late paying their bill. The rates of delinquency are comparable to the financial crisis of 2008. Juan Sanchez is an economic researcher with the St. Louis Fed and says rates of late payments may be leveling off.
I would say the last couple of years it's been increasing, but kind of stable. Is a share of people struggling to make credit card payment high? I would say yes.
A 2026 Debt.com survey found that about 55% of U.S. adults are using credit cards for necessities. Governor Mike Kehoe withheld nearly $500 million from the state budget as he signed it into law yesterday. The state operating budget, which contains the bills necessary to run the state, totals almost $50 billion. According to a press release, Kehoe issued 65 vetoes, totaling over $30 million in general revenue. He also withheld about $440 million worth of appropriations until the money for them materializes. Kehoe's office said the vetoes and restrictions were, quote, limited to new projects, improper funding sources for new appropriations, or an over-appropriation of various funds. Growing cities contribute to habitat loss for birds and other wildlife, but as KBIA's Jana Rose Schleiss reports, what happens in urban backyards can make a big difference.
In 50 years, North America has lost 29% of its bird population, due in part to urban sprawl. But dozens of bird species, such as robins, cardinals, chickadees, and more, can flourish in the urban environment through habitats created in backyards. Emily Miner studies urban ecology at the University of Chicago, Illinois, and her research shows backyard bird habitats can combat biodiversity decline.
People have lots of what we call wildlife resources in their yards, so trees, shrubs, plants with fruits or berries, native plants, water, for example, brush piles. Neighborhoods that had more of those had much higher diversity than neighborhoods that had less of them.
Miner says backyards that contain diverse vegetation at varying heights enable birds to eat, nest, and rear their young. I'm Jana Rose Schleiss, KBIA News.
And Columbia's new median ordinance goes into effect today. KWMU8 reports the rules prohibit pedestrians from idling on narrow medians and approaching cars that aren't parked. It also prohibits drivers from handing items to pedestrians from their vehicles. The Columbia Police Department says the new ordinance will better protect both pedestrians and drivers, but critics say it unfairly targets the homeless population. Community members say they plan to protest the new ordinance today by panhandling along Business Loop 70 and Stadium Boulevard. I'm Trevor Grandin, KBIA News, Columbia.